This is double-sided, so it's also from the other side, and they are of course connected. So if you put, there is metal going through the hole. So if you put, for example, 1 point from two sides, they are connected. They can be useful, especially if you have these kind of diodes which don't go through the holes because they are too thick. You can solder them on one side, and on the other side you can connect them to other points. The same is true for these LEDs, because this is a service mounted device, and you put it on this side, and there are no legs which go through the holes. So you solder it to one side here, and then from the other side you can also connect them. It's important to test them, the components, because after you solder it, it's more work if some of them are broken. But also after soldering you must test them, because maybe you solder too much and then they break. So you have to know in time that you have the right components, and the same of course also for the normal diodes. So let's start with one LED. It's a 3 volt LED. Of course it must be cooled at 3 watt. But well, without showing you, because it's now a little bit out of view. But you see the LED now lit up. It's 1.7 volts. 1.7 volts. So it starts already with immeasurable amperes. And I go up, and now I see 1 milliampere, and it's 1.74 volts. I go to 10 milliampere. Now I go to 10 milliampere. And we are at 1.8 volt. I go right away to 33. At least we know our LED. 1.85 volt. So that's already a current, which, if combined with a transistor, it would be maybe about 700 milliampere if the beta is 20. Now we go to 100. And we are still below 2 volt. It's 1.93, and now we go to 300. We are still at 200 milliwatt when at 100 milliampere. So that means it's far under 3 watt. But at 3 watt it must be cooled. It's 2.14 volt. 340 milliampere, and 3/4 of a watt. Let's see if it's warm. Yeah, well, okay, it's warm. Okay, this LED is okay. So now I connected this pin. It goes to the back side, and there's a bridge of solder, and from the other side it goes to the plus of the LED, and here I soldered it also to the hole. And if I put this pin here and I take this contact here, and there it is, 20 milliampere. It's also good to test every component, so also the diodes. So this should be in the conducting direction, and we do it in this way, and it conducts. I see here I have a current limiter to 1/3 of an ampere, and it goes. The voltage is 430 millivolts. If I put the plus here, there's no current, so we can use it. This was just an IKEA box where you had a collection of screws and plugs. And okay, so I tried it in the car. Under the hood, it is there's space for it, not on the battery but close to the battery. No problem. So there's also space to put such a diode here upright. So this device, this diode, is also sensitive for heat, and we have to be quick. Well, you feel it's warm, eh? But these devices are always soldered. We can always try. That's okay. And this is also okay. We will see if it's so easy to make a bridge here. Yeah, it is easy. We will test it later. And then at the same time we will make also for this pin. We will make a place. Already solder here. And it goes inside, so that's okay. And now we will just put it on the surface and see if it will stick. So that's the end. I did it. I hope so. And let's test it. I don't know what will be the result. Okay. So that works. It's very faint. And that's because I have 1.82 volt. But this takes 1.6 volt, I think. So if I try to see the voltage, that's exactly 2 volts. And then we measure here on the LED 1.74. And how much takes a diode? So the total is 2 volt. The diode takes 0.25. That's not much. That must be a Schottky. Yeah, it is a Schottky because I wrote here that is SR560 and the nominal voltage is 0.45. And this current is really very low. It is 1 milliampere. So for example, if I put it at 100 or so, that's the case now. It's 100 milliampere and it's 2.3 volt in total. So we try here. 2.27. The power supply says 2.29. And then the diode is 350 millivolts. And the diode takes 1.92. So still under 2 volts. So in total we have 2.3 nearly, and 2.3, or let's, 2.3 times 6, and then we are at 13.8 volt, and that's already quite a voltage for the battery. So it can be at 14.4, and then we put 14.4 divided by 6, and then we get 2.4. So if we put now 2.4 volt, which will then be on the capacitor on this device, I will put it on the power supply now. So that's like having 14.4 volt on the battery, and it's now 200 milliampere. That's certainly not too much for this LED. From the other side, I also want, if I have afterwards a transistor with, for example, a beta multiplication factor of 20. No, with 200 milliampere times 20 is 4 ampere. And 4 ampere is what I can have with these transistors, which I will try. I'm afraid it will not be in this video anymore, but next week or so. But with this 200 milliampere, sending it in the base of this transistor, I can expect a current of a main current of about until 4 up to 4 ampere. That's a very good balancing current. Of course, much better than what I do here in this connection. But you know, this is the connection that is equal to the previous video. So that worked very well. I did it many times. I tried it. Also when I put it under test really in the car. And so I will, in this video, I will just do it in this way. This seems the other way around, but the cathode is still on this side, so it's okay. Even if it's maybe not so nice looking.
Don't be playing with fire. Don't be playing with fire. Don't be playing with fire. Don't be playing with. Don't be playing with.
Leaving while you leaving, leave me lonely when I need you. Lips so cold, you leave me bleeding. Why you gamble with my feelings? I'm bleeding. Say you wanna us. Show me I love you like a drug, baby. You got me so faded.
They are now all ready, and let's test them. So you see some inverted, but they are in reality not inverted because the cathode is always on this side, this one also. Let's now measure the current. It's a 2.4 volts, so that corresponds with 14.4 volt. And I have 178 milliampere. One hundred and 178. 1 2 3. So it goes up a little bit when it is heating, it seems. 170 71 174 milliampere. 171 2 3 4. Okay. 172 3 4. Let's see where it comes. 180. So that's nearly half a watt for both LED and diode. 185 already. Okay, but they seem equal. And they all function. And this is at the maximum of the voltage of the battery, 14.4.
The brown wire is absolutely the first wire, and it goes to the minus of the whole installation. And it is here. And now this rail goes under it. This is an important moment. I will put it now in the box. I still have to fix it, of course. I think I will do it with wires, or I can also glue them, but I prefer wires. Okay.
I can see birds flying.
So this goes to the battery.
I see children smiling. When I think about all of the things that you and me could be. I want to be with you both day and night.
The first voltage here was higher at the start already. You will see now how it equalizes. It's about an hour ago that I measured it for the last time, and it has been discharged, of course, because of these LEDs. 201, 200, 200, 200, 199, 200. Okay, they are equalized. Okay, it's of course only a small current, but I think this is incremental. So each time that it's charged, it starts from a position of being equalized, like now. And that means that it has from now to equalize only small errors in difference of the capacitors. But I know from these capacitors they are quite similar. Anyway, I will go on with transistors, but not now. Now let's put it at 13.7 and see what the steady state current is, because that is what we would lose in a car when it is parked and the voltage is and the state of charge is normal. So I put it at 13.7. It's now 1 ampere because it has to arrive there. Now it's 13.7, so that means it will stay on this brightness, not increase. Now it's a steady state, it's at 135 milliampere. Okay, so that means in 7 hours it will take 1 ampere hour, and that's not so much for a battery of 70 ampere hours. But okay, in 24 hours it's still 4 ampere hours, so that is something that indeed justifies, or to put another diode. For example, instead of a Schottky diode, we put a normal diode, and then it's 200, 300 millivolts more, so it will take less current, but it will also equalize less. Or we put transistors in it. And next time I will work with these transistors. They are for 5 amperes.